Our painting today is called Christmas Friends. The paints that we'll be using today are Phthalo Blue, Payne Gray, Burnt Umber, White, Gray, Cad Red, Light Green Permanent, Orange, and Black. The brushes that we'll be using today are a 5/0 liner, a 3/4 flat, a number 4 flat, a 5/8 angle, and a number 6 bristle. I also used a ruler, a pencil, and chalk. The canvas we'll be using today is 11 by 14, stretched, primed, and ready to go. Let's get painting. I've got my ruler here, and so I've just marked over. I've come over 2 inches here, 2 inches here, 2 inches there, and I'm just going to bring this down and make a straight line. If you don't want to do this with the ruler, that's fine. You can eyeball it. It's an old board. It's not going to much matter. Then I'm going to come up about 3 inches. Let's see, no. Yep, about 3 inches. And I'm just going to give myself a marker here. And I'm going to come over 3 inches here and give myself a marker here. And we're just going to come straight across. That's for some reason not looking even, so it looks trapped. There we go. I just marked it. Didn't have it marked right. It is still not marked right, but it's good enough for me. Alright, I'm going to make this, whatever, I'm going to leave that there, and I'm going to bring another one down here. So at this point I'm not going to use the ruler, I'm just going to eyeball it. I'm going to put some boards in here, make it look like little boards. 1, and that just looks like 4 little boards, and that's all we're going to do there. Okay, I'm using my number 18 bristle brush, and I've got gray on my palette, and we're just going to come around on this and put some paint down. Actually, I'm going to grab my number 3/4 flat brush because that's not giving me the coverage I want. Now I know I've gone over the lines, but that's okay. I can come back in there. It's just basically to give me a drawing where I can lay stuff down. Now, this board here, I want this to come down. This board over here, the top part, I want the wood to go this way. So I'm painting sideways. And just smooth it out because you don't want any clumps if you can help that. Okay. And now these boards are going to be like this one is going to be coming down right there. So we'll just bring this down. You can stay off those lines if you want to, but like me, I'm coming back, so I'm not really worried about it. I mean, it's nothing to fill in. It's just giving us an idea so you could see where we're going. We just got to get us a base coat so we can do some other stuff to it. Okay, I have Phthalo Blue and Payne Gray white. So I had a good bit of I had a good bit of Phthalo Blue, and I took a little bit of the Payne Gray and mixed it, and just a tiny little bit of white to get me a it's a bluish color, but it's what I want for my background. And I've just wet my brush and dried it off. It's still damp. And then I'm just going to come in with this paint and fill in. And if I find that's too blue, I can always redo it. But I like the blue, so. Just bringing it on over. That's not going to matter if we can fix this part. If you wanted your black background black, you could do that. I like the blue. Okay, this is a little darker, and that's kind of more what I wanted. But I'm just going to get this on there because it's going to have 2 coats anyway. I just put a little more of the, I still use a little bit of white, and I've used a lot more phthalo blue, but I did use a little more Payne gray on this one. And I like that much better. I wanted a little more navy-like, and that's what I'm getting here. I'm going to let this dry, and the reason I'm putting another coat on is because I am going to have stuff on here, but some of it's, if I have spots, I want to make sure it's covered up, and it's blues. It gets everywhere. So that's why I want to make sure. I'm just going to let this dry, and then I'll put the other coat. I won't do that on the video just to save time, but if you decide that you don't want another coat, that's perfectly fine. That's up to you, but I want another coat. Okay, so this is dry. I have my 5/8 angle brush, and I have Payne gray and black on my palette. And I'm just going to pick up a tiny little, on the tip of my paintbrush, I'm just going to pick up a tiny little black, and I'm going to come around my edges here. Yes, I am. Might need a little bit more. And then I'm going to come straight down right here. Went too much. That's okay. Now I can still see where I went this way, so I'm going to try to go as straight as I can. I like to start over here. Okay, so that gives us an idea what this board is, and then we're going to come down here and make these other boards. Let's see, let's do one about right here, one here, and one here. Unfortunately, I do have to turn this sideways because I have to work here, so that's why I'm turning it. Sorry about that, but I want to come down this line right here on this side. And it just evens up. Now, so this is our board, this is a board, and these are boards going down. Alright, I'm going to pick up some of this Payne gray, and I'm just going to come in here and try to give me a little shadow. And at this point, we're just going to be laying some color down. I'm just going to start putting some black in here. I've got black and Payne gray on my brush, so whatever color you want. And I'm just putting in some shadows and some, I want to make it look like old boards. So I've got to get some of that black in there so I can bring in some color. Just got black and gray. They're so close in color that it can be hard to tell it apart sometimes. Okay, and we can just come in here and start putting some color in here. You want my eye on your board? Now's the time to decide if I want an eye on my board. Because I'm going to be coming in with more colors, so that's going to give us some. So I'm going to pick up some of my gray and some of my white together, and I'm just going to come in and start just mixing in some colors, making it different shades of gray. And if I want more white in there, I can just bring more white in. I like the lighter color. I don't want the you have to bring in the dark, of course, you know, in order to get light under there. So we have to have light and dark. And if I need to bring more dark in, I will. Okay, so let's just pick up. I got a little bit of gray and more white, and I'm coming right in here and just kind of rubbing it in there. I like just coming in and just kind of rubbing it in there, getting all my color in there. Now, as you can tell, I went this way up here, and I'm coming this way down here. But I think I want to put a little more right in here. Just to... Well, I picked up a little bit of that blue and on my brush, and you know what? I didn't mean to, but I do like it in there, so I may just come in and put a little bit of that in there. I guess I picked it up somewhere else. Let's see, pick up just a little bit of it and come on back in here and see. That's too much blue. We can always take the gray and tone it down some. Come back over it with some white. I don't mind a little bit of the blue in there. That's a little overpowering to me. And we may, once I stand back from it, see if I like the blue in there. Thing once that blue gets in there, it's hard to get that blue off of your brush. So I'm just coming in with some different, some white over that, and then we'll come back in with some of our Payne gray. That's giving me too much. Well, I kind of like that though, y'all. Let's come back in here with some black. And that's going to give us some more gray, hopefully. I want to let that dry some, and then I'll come back to it. Let's go up here and pick up our gray and our white. And I'm just going to kind of come in here and give our little eye wood a knot, some color about it. I've got some black and white here to make some different gray. That in here too. The black and white just give me some different values. Picked up some black and white, but I wanted to pick up a little more. The black was overpowering, so I had to pick up a little more white. Now I'll come back up here and put some cover that blue up. Then we're just gonna have to let that dry so I can work on that board again. I'm just gonna come in here with my colors and play around. I've got black and white. And that makes a darker gray than what I have underneath, but still when you play with these colors, you can just get all kinds of things going on. So I'm just picking up some white. I got another kind of like a knot there. I could sit and play like this for hours because I just love, whoops, I picked up the gray. Yep, I did. I didn't mean to pick up the Payne gray. Because I just love mixing the colors like this, making the wood look old. But I can't stay here forever, so I gotta keep moving on. I just kind of put it on my brush, and then I just kind of lay it on the side and just kind of rub in, and it gets all kinds of effects. And if I decide I want like white, more white on there or more black, just blow my brush up. And then come in and put all kinds of things in here. Just gonna come in with some black right here. Bring some in some black. And I'm going to grab some of just, I'll grab some black and white. Let's see what we can get here. Pick up just a tiny little bit of that Payne gray and come in here. Still not getting that. I'm still not getting the effect here that I want. There we go. I think I got too much paint on my brush. So I'm just kind of smearing paint around. So that's why I'm trying to get some of that paint off. Wipe my brush off. And then I'm just going to come in here and pick up just white. So, and then I've got some of that phthalo blue and some of that gray. And I'm just bringing a tiny little bit of that. And I'm just going to rub a little bit of that in. Now, I don't want it to overpower, so I'm just going to wash my brush. And then I'm going to bring in some black. Okay, just picking up some white, coming in here and putting some down.
So when you're painting a painting, working over it looks one way, but when you step back and you see it from a different view, it takes on a different look. And so I just wanted to show you this as we step back from our painting, because I paint on the table, not on a canvas. So it really does help to put it on the canvas sometimes just to see where I'm headed. And I like my wood so far.